After the filming of Operation Blindstorm, Rich and Dane had some sort of falling out, and Ash's character was written out of the series completely.
Because when he came to our server during his live stream, that's when everyone else followed in and tried to just get in the video.
Hi. I had a falling out with Rich Alvarez 2 times. Once in 2010 when they abruptly cut me out of the National Park Adventure Project due to not getting along with my girlfriend at the time, Jack.
Our channel here and the Uncle Dane channel both got interviewed by this kind of trollish YouTuber.
Then we had a falling out again only a month or two after they apologized for NPA in 2013, after Richie made advances on Jacqueline that were ultimately successful and led to her leaving me for him. Rich Alvarez claimed his fallout with Dane was due to creative differences, and no further information was given. I'll just say a bit here. I was under the impression that we were just doing a simple interview video, and that we weren't going to get into heavy topics.
Are you trying to make a YouTube video right now on us with this? The aftermath of the monkey thing? Because I swear I'll ban you right this instant.
Actor Dane really don't understand
why they wanted I'm still trying to get context. So in the video, halfway through you said brought up a high school drama subject between
my closest friends thought that the video was perfectly fair. It was just a piece of, in my mind, documentary filmmaking. I was doing research. It's journalism. To interview people, to ask them questions, it's journalism.
On June 22nd, 2018, Monkey Jones uploaded a video of the rise, fall, and decay of Stupid Mario Brothers. This video seemed just like a normal rise and fall of fame, like any other YouTube channel. However, there was one small piece of information in this video that gave a whole new dynamic to Rich Alvarez and Uncle Dane, aka Dane Kevin Cook.
I had a falling out with Rich Alvarez 2 times. Once in 2010 when they abruptly cut me out of the National Park Adventure Project due to not getting along with my girlfriend at the time, Jacqueline. Then we had a falling out again only a month or two after they apologized for NPA in 2013, after Richie made advances on Jacqueline that were ultimately successful and led to her leaving me for him, while blaming me for being a bad partner for almost 6 years. They also started a lot of hurtful and untrue rumors about my best friend Austin, which soured the situation further. I haven't spoken to any of the Rich Alvarez gang, Richie, Chris, Jacqueline, Julian, since 2014, and I've completely gotten over everything that happened, although I'd be completely fine with keeping the silence between us for the rest of our lives. I guess I summarize my general feelings about Rich Alvarez and the whole group associated with that channel. That group, Richie and Jacqueline in particular, are extremely toxic people, and I'm ultimately very glad things ended between us in their respective ways, although I certainly would have liked things to have ended on a better note than stealing my girlfriend, calling my best friend insane, and blaming me for everything. I don't mind answering any other more specific questions about the channel, but that's pretty much everything in a nutshell without going into a very long and overly complicated story that pretty much just leads to, we don't talk anymore because we are just very different people with wildly differing moral integrity. Good luck with your video. If people who watch your video are curious about where Ash has been, feel free to direct them to my Team Fortress 2 YouTube channel, Uncle Dane. Thanks. Well, there we have it. After all these years, I finally found the answer I was looking for.
Rich Alvarez, of course, did not like this piece of dirty laundry being aired out into the world. So he did try his best to try and damage control the whole situation. This led to Mumkey streaming his response on his Discord, and also Rich Alvarez leaving a YouTube comment on Mumkey's video.
All of you who have stuck with us and continued to give your support, I thank you dearly. To those of you who may be wondering if I'm going to lash out about the Mumkey video, I am not. First of all, whew, load off my back, thank God. I'll just say a bit here. I was under the impression that we were just doing a simple interview video and that we weren't going to get into heavy topics. I responded vaguely to heavy topics, as I usually do, because I have always considered my personal business personal. That's fair. That's fair. I got nothing against that. If you don't want to talk about something, you don't have to talk about it. It just so happened that the other person in the story did want to talk about it. Had I known that Jax, aka his girlfriend Jackie, who was the crux of the dramatic story, and I were going to be attacked, had I known that Jax and I were going to be attacked, I would have been more specific with my answers. Now here's where I gotta peel back the curtain a little bit, give you a little behind the scenes look at how this all happened. Because yes, Rich Alvarez is correct in stating that perhaps I was a bit, not malicious, but what's the word for deceptive? Deceptive. Maybe I was a little bit deceptive, because going into the interview, it was from the point of view of, hey, I'm a huge fan who loves all of your work. Which, to be fair, I am a huge fan. I just don't love all of his work, as the documentary I posted yesterday would lead one to believe. I love Rich Alvarez's videos. He was a huge part of my childhood. If you've seen Mumkashi Chronicles that I put up last January, that show would not exist if not for Stupid Mario Brothers. That is my version of Stupid Mario Brothers. I mean, when I was a kid, he was like he said, it was the fucking bee's knees. Huge fan. And I was actually quite nervous to interview him because I have been such a huge fan for so long. And anybody who knows me knows that when it comes to interacting, not with celebrities, but with people who have had an emotional impact on me, people who I have been just a huge fan of and just emotionally attached to their content for years, it's very difficult for me to interact with them. So just going into the interview that we scheduled through his friend Garrett Allen, who was the second guy in the interview, it was very nerve-wracking for me to go into that. But here's where, and then dumbass me, cleaning out my computer the next day, I forget that I did not properly save the interview footage, and I accidentally deleted the folder that it was in and then emptied out the recycling bin because I needed to clean out my computer. So I thought, oh, fuck. I ruined it. I had this big documentary that was going to be so heartfelt and meaningful to me that I've been wanting to make for 10 years, and I just fucking ruined it. I deleted everything. And I let them know, and Garrett, who is a tech-savvy person, was very helpful. He tried to send me software to help me get the footage back and all that, but it just didn't work. So then we decided, I think it was in April, to do the interview again. They said, you know what? We forgive you, Mumkey. You fucked up. Let's just do it again. And we did the same exact interview again. So for him to imply that he did not know that question was coming is completely fucking retarded. Because I asked the same exact questions because we did the interview twice.
Rich Alvarez also left a comment on the YouTube video, and this is what the comment reads. Just thought I'd say my bit. Whenever the hard questions come up in interviews, I usually am vague out of respect for all parties involved. What I thought was mutual respect, and I did think that this was going to be an interview. I didn't realize that Dane had been asked. There is more to the story than what he said, and I am now regretting not being more specific with my answers. Jackie and I do have a side to this story, and it was not discussed here. And Jackie really should have been interviewed, as she was made the scapegoat here. She was not stolen. She is not property. She is a very intelligent person who can make up her own mind about things. Dane wanted out of Mario before we had the falling out. As I said, our friendship falling apart had nothing to do with Mario, and therefore I feel it's irrelevant to the picture. The 2010 falling out was because of a bad business decision and lack of communication, nothing to do with Jackie. If you want to know what happened in 2013, you should have really asked Jackie. It's not my story to tell. I would have really appreciated a heads up to exactly what was happening here so we could defend ourselves. This is a very skewed version of the truth. I myself took the liberty of joining Rich Alvarez's Discord server. just to see what everyone thought of this whole situation. Specifically the admins, especially Garrett since he was there. Of course, I didn't know who Garrett was until after editing this video and putting it all together. The excerpts you're about to see are the ones that I found were most relevant to this case and most relevant to this situation entirely. However, do take all this with a certain grain of salt. It is kind of obvious that they're trying to sweep this subject all under the rug. And I'm not sure if it's because Rich is afraid of telling his side of the story, or if it's just because he doesn't want to bring this up again and reopen old wounds. Whatever Dane thing, because apparently something happened between Dane and this server. What's the...
Yeah, no, so this weird thing happened where, I guess our channel here and the Uncle Dane channel both got interviewed by this kind of trollish YouTuber, Mumkey, who's, I guess was a fan of ours at one point, or something to the effect.
And he still, quote unquote, respects Richie.
Yeah. It was a weird, yeah, he posted this weird video, that, it was a review of some of our old content, and it was a mixed review, which is like not a problem. We're not we're not like against criticism.
It's what was in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's just in the middle of it he chose to like dig
Get kind of salty.
Yeah, dig into some personal stuff between like the Dane channel and this channel and whatnot, just in between like a decade old like
5-year-old
piece of high school class drama that happened between like these guys like 10 years ago. And I guess like, yeah, I guess he went on to stream and talk about it, and when he came to our Discord to like pull up comments, a bunch of his cronies came in and just started mass posting furry porn and stuff, and it was a weird night.
It was.
Yeah, we cannot like.
Why was he getting comments
Who? What?
from us in our Discord?
Who?
Mumkey.
Why was he getting comments from us in our Discord?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because his dudes were here and they were adding him. Because when he came to our server during his live stream, that's when everyone else like followed in and tried to just get in the video, so to speak. So they were like adding him and like trying to catch his attention and whatnot. And
But I mean, how'd they get into the Discord?
Well, I was gonna say it's possible that Mumkey probably like linked and invite.
No, I checked. I investigated. It was through the link on like the last 3 Rich Alvarez videos.
Oh yeah, that one.
Because
Where
we started
No.
putting the link. We started putting the link in the description.
He leaked the link though, and that's when everyone joined to raid, because he leaked the link on what's it called?
If he did, he did, but I didn't see it.
Anyway, he was drunk as shit.
But
He did label his video that, yes. Kind of an odd look, but you know what? You do you. He's clearly got his target audience figured out, so
Toxicity Central.
it's man, I don't know. It's not a fan base I could ever, hang out with.
me either.
You guys are pretty mild compared to what some of the other channels out there have to offer.
was there how long did that raid last from Mumkey?
About an
2
hour.
hours.
Yeah, like
About-
90 minutes, I guess. In a
I got
Discord
to
makes it
ban,
pretty
like,
easy to shut that
80
shit
people.
down.
Wait, so I'm still trying to get the context. So in the video, halfway through you said he brought up a high school drama subject between Uncle Dane and Stupid Mario?
Correct. Yeah, I mean, more or less. Just some old piece of interpersonal stuff that's been like fan rumors for a long time. Mumkey brought it up, and then when Rich initially was kind of like, "Hey, that wasn't necessarily what we had intended about talking about," he did like a follow-up live stream in response to that, and then that's when everybody came in.
So he took Rich's what Rich said completely out of context, so he basically took it out of context like a reality TV show. What he said about someone.
I would say it was in the similar vein. I feel like Dane, this other guy, I feel like he's the one who really got taken out of context in order.
He did.
yeah,
Because
Rich.
what he worded it, what he told me, Dane personally, he said he worded it like that only because he thought he was assuming from what Mumkey had told him, he was going to take the email verbatim and just brush over it in the video, not take the email.
Not like put everyone on blast.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's whatever.
So, Uncle Dane also got taken out of context as well?
Correct. It was
He
just kind of one of those
manipulated both
things.
sides.
Yeah,
Wait,
kind of
so-
one of those things where it's like two people are asked a question, not really realizing that they were going to be pitted against each other in some objective third-party YouTube video.
In Uncle Dane's email, was he like lying or anything?
Half
I mean, no
and
comment.
half. I mean,
That's not really the point. You know, the point is that like he felt like he got taken out of context. We feel like we didn't necessarily get taken out of context, but you know, we were kind of drugged through a subject matter that didn't really have any place being brought up, considering its age and total irrelevancy to like what either party is up to today. And there were just there's just a YouTube channel in the middle going fight, 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 fight.
So it's a bug that's been long squashed already.
Yeah, it's water well under the bridge.
was-
It's
Pretty much.
actually, I was finishing up background stuff just a moment ago with it, but yeah, it's done now.
donezo.
So they're both Uncle Dane and Rich are friends again?
They're not friends.
Not necessarily friends, but I would say there's a tenuous and amicable piece, and
There,
certainly we're not.
there's peace, and they're not going to say you can't be a fan of the other.
Yeah, like it's not. It was never that way even a decade ago, and now it's even less that way. But yeah, no, and that's the idea, that like a few people have it in their minds that there's this like really antagonistic thing between us, where in reality it's just kind of like, oh no, like we don't necessarily talk to each other, but we don't like insult each other. We just kind of do our own thing. That was like what this was always about. Yeah, really, that's all
Are you trying to make a YouTube video right now on us with this? The aftermath of the Mumkey thing? Because I swear I'll ban you right this instant.
Well, I guess I'm getting banned then, huh?
But let's just keep going here. While I was trying to look for more background information between Dane Cook and Rich Alvarez, I came across one video titled The Truth About Dane Kevin Cook / Rich Alvarez Incident. The person who made this video also seemed to be a big fan of Stupid Mario Brothers. But that wasn't the only thing that interested me during this video. This video was made in January 2nd, 2014, which predates Mumkey's video by at least 4 years now. Now that isn't the only thing that interests me about this video. However, we're gonna get into that point after we hear this person out.
The Super Mario Brothers, they didn't even show up his name on the Super Mario Brothers credits, even though that he was a big help in everything. I really don't I don't understand this whatsoever. I mean, he was a big help. He was one of the funniest characters out of all of it. All of it. Not as funny as Mario, or Luigi, or Wario, or Waluigi, but he was the 5th funniest, because he was the 5th one who came in. He played Ash Ketchum for seasons 1, 2, 3, and Operation Blindstorm. That was it. That's whenever they broke up. I don't understand why that is. In a post that Dane Kevin Cook said himself that they didn't even that Richie and them didn't even want to be friends with Dane anymore, which I don't even understand. He was a big help with them, and they just kick him to the curb like a piece of trash on New Year's Eve. Other than that, great series. I love everything that Rich Alvarez and everybody else has put into it, especially, to be honest, one of my favorite characters, Dane Kevin Cook.
Now you may think that this video can just be pure speculation, nothing but a fan theory. Just like Garrett said about all the fan theories out there that could happen. And I myself commented on the video asking the person for an interview. But I don't think I really need it now. especially after seeing this comment on that video. It seems like Rich Alvarez is on his second strike right now. However, if this YouTuber does end up contacting me and lead me straight to those posts, then I gotta take Uncle Dane's comment as gospel, basically. It does seem like Uncle Dane was kind of joking in his comment, so I can't really tell if he was being truthful or not. If I do end up getting the links to those posts and interviewing the YouTuber himself, then I'm going to know for sure. I'll just have to make an update about that. It has been about 48 hours since I first contacted Uncle Dane and Rich Alvarez. I don't think I'm going to hear back from them, since this is kind of the only grace period I expected. It's either due to the subject matter I contacted them for, or due to my channel being such low numbers for them to not even really care about it. So after all this information I presented and gathered, it doesn't really put Rich Alvarez in a better light than before. Especially the fact that he left Dane with no credit during the stupid Mario Brothers series. Maybe if we ever hear Rich Alvarez's side of the story, it will explain everything, and all the miscommunication I've gathered here. However, due to his latest uploads not even trying to contest the story, I got a feeling that he never wants to talk about this again. However, one small clue pointed out in his YouTube comment, and Jackie should have been interviewed as she was made the scapegoat here. She was not stolen, she is not property. She's a very intelligent person who can make up her own mind about things. He's basically trying to say Jackie went with him on her own accord, not because of any involvement from Rich. So you're saying, Rich, Jackie was hitting on you while she was dating Dane. That's not a good way to start a relationship, but you guys are happily married now, so I hope it all works out for you. But it's okay, Rich. If you think I'm wrong, then go ahead and make a response video. That's all we all really need right now, is just an explanation and your side of the story. But you're never going to tell that story, are you? So I have the right to my opinion, unless you prove me wrong. Yes, Monkey Jones might have dug a bit deep in the history of your stupid Mario series, and brought up topics that were kind of irrelevant. But you're making it seem like it was a bigger issue than it was, sweeping all this under the rug, even after all these years. That's all I have to say for now. Thank you all for watching.